SMT Nation, we are back. Nation, we have sort of some developments that are happening within this, this deal, this transaction between Verizon and Frontier. We know this is going to be really important to Verizon, and this is an opportunity for them to instantly add basically areas that could equate to like tens of millions of fiber passing. I think, for what it's worth, this is a testament to what Verizon is trying to achieve as a broadband provider. They're basically going to be taking the Fios service and that brand and the expansion and the investment into all these Frontier places. Frontier Communications, a wireline operator, being acquired or purchased by Verizon. This is a huge transaction. It's an industry shaking kind of moment for Verizon and for the industry. So the deal itself, I think, had when it was first announced, we didn't really have any reservations. It comes to this news that there are shareholders, large shareholders within the company for Frontier, that are not happy with the compensation package. They're not happy with the structure. And I think it just revolves around the amount of money that Frontier would be receiving as compensation for their company and its assets. So there's a snag there. There's going to be a vote. I think it's happening quite soon here in the month of November. The votes, amongst the large investors at Frontier appear to be on the side of no go. They don't want to see the deal go through as structured. And in and of itself, I don't know if it's really warranted. We're talking about, and I don't have any skin in the game. I'm not an investor of Frontier Communications or Verizon Wireless or any of that. But what I will tell you guys is that seeing the large majority of them publicly, or I guess we should say internally, to these New Street research analysts that are saying this, seems to paint kind of a bleak outlook. It looks like it is a very possible outcome that the shareholders at Frontier are looking for more. And if Verizon holds firm and their CEO, Hans Vestberg, says, that's our best deal, we're not doing anything else, we're not going to give you guys more, whatever the case may be, there's a version of this where the deal falls through. I don't expect it to. I think the deal for Verizon makes a lot of sense, and I think for Frontier it makes possibly even more sense. All right, one of the things I want to mention about Frontier is the fact that things are about to get real expensive for them as they expand their fiber footprint, as they upgrade their existing wireline network, which has large, amounts of it that are DSL that need to be upgraded to fiber in order for them to be competitive. It's going to take a huge investment, and it's going to be a slow, grinding type of process, right? It's not easy to build fiber. I've never known Frontier to be a fast fiber builder. The companies that tend to build fiber fast, those are the companies that T-Mobile is acquiring, right? Lumos and Metronet. They seem to have a process that's a little bit more expedited, right? So, I don't know. They're getting $38.50 per share from Verizon in terms of an acquisition pay, and with the vote kind of happening here, they're looking for something, I think, in the area of $63 a share. I don't know if they'll get that. I don't know if Verizon wants to pay that. I don't even think that they prefer to pay anything more than $38.50. But that might be what it takes. There's a version of this where Verizon has to overpay, or there's a version where they have to pay more because, these shareholders, they seem hell-bent on getting more money out of this. And I think Verizon, for what it's worth, they definitely want to get this deal done. It's going to accelerate their fiber passings. We know that first company to a customer stands a good chance to keep them long-term. Right, we're talking about the Midwest here, right? This is not like Chicago Midwest. We're talking about parts of states that are spread out a little bit more with respect to population density. You don't have these large markets in large numbers, right? Frontier's serving, some areas that just don't really have that type of return. But it would be huge for the Verizon Wireless Network. It would be huge for the Fios brand. It basically becomes Verizon territory with Fios. I think they're going to find a way. I think there's going to be some kind of a middle ground, a negotiation tactic, if you will, that's going to improve the return for the Frontier investor. It's just hard to ask for more when your company is in the position it's in. You've been an overbuilder, you've been an underbuilder, you've got outdated assets. Verizon knows it. They sold it to them, a decade ago or whatever. But we're going to monitor this closely. There is a version of this where Verizon has to pay more, but the deal gets done. There's a version of this where temporarily Verizon walks away from this and they have to revisit this. That's a thing too. I don't know what the most likely scenario is, but I think it suits them well for Frontier to get out, right? That's clearly something they wanted to do. And then, kind of accept the terms of the deal. We'll see what happens. I'll monitor this closely. Updates we'll bring back to the channel and get you guys in the know when we learn more. But tell me what you think about this. I'll go ahead and I'll link this for you guys down in the description for something to read. Take a look at some of those details. But sound off in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this development, how you think it's going to end up. And I'd love to read that and see what you guys have to say on it. But like and share this video. Subscribe if you're new here and turn on the bell notifications icon to never miss an upload. Links are in the description for different ways to support us. Become a member or a patron and get early access to videos, exclusive content, and live streams not found anywhere else. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.